Okay, so let's start with a really important feature, updating the lens firmware. Yeah, I didn't know you could do that either. Most of us are aware that our digital cameras have firmware which we need to update, and most of us do keep our firmware up to date. But modern lenses also have firmware which needs to be updated. By updating the firmware on a lens, it's often possible to fix many of the small issues and problems that can occur with extended use. Now, most of us sent our lenses back to be serviced in the past, which is when the firmware was updated. Sigma USB dock changes all of that. We're able to actually update the firmware on our lenses at home over the internet. Okay, so let's use the Sigma USB dock to update the firmware on our lens. First, you need to make sure that you're connected to the internet. With your lens connected, click on the firmware update on the home screen. If a new version of the firmware is available, the dialog box will say latest firmware of this lens is available. If you need further information, check here and then click yes. Easy, isn't it? We just did a manual firmware update, but every time you connect the lens to the USB dock, it automatically checks to see if an update is available. Then you can perform any other adjustments all in one go. So now it's really easy to keep all of the firmware in your lenses up to date and current. It's a lot easier than sending it back to the manufacturer for servicing. Now, let's have a look at customizing your lenses with Sigma Optimization Pro.